gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
And we start tonight with the shooting death of a Stockton fire captain. This is Max Fortuna. He served the city for more than 20 years.
He tragically lost his life today after being shot and killed responding to a fire.
Wow. Woo! And this is gonna discourage a lot of these firefighters, especially glider firefighters, from responding to fires in the community. And we know fires are pretty common in the community. I know everybody heard of that fire that burned in Philadelphia that killed like 13 people. So this is a huge thing. And there are fires started in the community all the time. And if this is how we're responding, by shooting the firefighters, we gonna burn in hell.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Madison Wade.
And I am Chris Thomas. Here's what we know. In just the last few hours, a suspect was arrested. 67-year-old Robert Somerville is now...
Wow. You got a 67-year-old super gremlin shoots a firefighter for doing his damn job.
Behind bars in connection to the shooting death of Captain Fortuna. He's now facing homicide and weapons charges. A gun was found at the scene.
According to Stockton Fire, a 911 call came in for a dumpster fire around 4:45 this morning. As firefighters were working to put it out, gunshots were heard. And a somber procession was led by Stockton police motorcycle officers today. They escorted a hearse carrying Fortuna's body from San Joaquin General Hospital. The Stockton fire chief calling today his worst nightmare. A very, very sad day for his department.
I ask you to keep Captain Fortuna's family and the Stockton Fire Department family in your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time.
Well, Chris, this is utterly heartbreaking for the city of Stockton and first responders everywhere. Behind me, the scene's still active here at Aurora and Washington streets near downtown Stockton, but this is a community in mourning tonight. A somber procession led by Stockton police motorcycle officers escorted the hearse from San Joaquin General Hospital carrying veteran Stockton Fire Department Captain Vidal Max Fortuna.
And after a while, these first responders are going to stop responding to the community. You know how Papa John's and Domino's don't deliver to the hood no more? It's going to be just like that with first responders. Because when they do come and respond to tragedies that are created by super gremlins in the community, they're met with apprehensiveness. They're met with anger, aggression, attitude. It's crazy. They're coming to do a service to clean up the community, and this is how they're repaid.
This is my worst nightmare as the fire chief. It's a very, very sad day for this fire department.
A sea of fellow firefighters, some retirees, banded together to show overwhelming support for Fortuna and his family at Fire Station Number 2.
Today is a good representation of the type of person that Max was. Max was a firefighter who showed up every day and never complained about being on the job.
According to Stockton Fire, a 911 call came in for a dumpster fire around 4:45 a.m. As firefighters were putting out the fire, gunshots were heard.
And I'm assuming that this older man is homeless. How do you got a strap? And how are you reloading your bullets? Cause I know this is not the first time he's killed. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he started that fire.
This is radio traffic of a firefighter telling the dispatcher about shots fired from Broadcastify.
We got shot at in the building.
Arrested a 67-year-old man. A handgun was also recovered.
And this just goes to show how dangerous our jobs are. But hearing a firefighter being shot here in the city of Stockton is something I've never seen in all my years of being a police officer here.
And the community will bring the strangest, weirdest scenarios out of you, boy. That's the community for you. And nobody's going to make a big deal out of this. It's not going to be on national news or anything like that. But this is a big deal.
I ask you to keep Captain Fortuna's family and the Stockton Fire Department family in your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time.
Now, motive for the shooting is still under investigation. Again, Captain Fortuna leaves behind a wife and 2 grown children. We're live near downtown Stockton. Back to you.
Our Kurt Rivera reporting for us tonight. Of course, we are just getting started on our team coverage.
Yeah, we continue our team coverage now with ABC 10's Van 2, who's live from the fire station where Captain Fortuna served. And Van, we're learning much more about him and his legacy he leaves behind.
Yes, definitely. It is really such a somber day outside of the firehouse here. You can see that the flag has been lowered to half staff here at the Central Fire Station in the city of Stockton, and neighboring fire agencies are actually stepping in to cover while Stockton firefighters grieve their loss. We are seeing the Lodi Fire Department here pulling out of the fire station right now. And also in front of the firehouse, flowers have been dropped off by retirees and those who wanted to pay their respects to Captain Fortuna. Such a tragic end to a long career as a firefighter. In 2020, just one firefighter was shot while on the job, according to the National Fire Protection Association. Now, Captain Vidal Max Fortuna was a 21-year of the fire department, and outside of the fire department, he was also being mourned by his church. We're told that he was a great man to be around and had the heart of a servant and loved worship music. He played the bass guitar at his church in Modesto. Now, this is really just a tragic day, and as far as more events to honor Fortuna, those are being planned, and we will bring them to you as we learn more about them. Well, first responders are public servants, and those who knew Captain Fortuna said he had the heart of a servant. Dedicated to his profession and the church, tonight firefighters across the region stepping in to ensure his community remains protected as his family mourns. A moment of silence. Outside Stockton Firehouse number 2, Modesto firefighters gave a salute and lowered the American flag as night fell.
Wow, man. This is super sad. And this one hits different. Because it's like, who would have thought you're responding to a dumpster fire and you're met by a super gremlin, and you probably don't really think much of it until he pulls out a handgun and shoots you down like a dog in the street. So, I know a lot of, on this channel, we talk about black on black crime, but this right here, this super gremlin on glider crime it's increasing. And it's increasing more than the other way around. It's always been that way. Okay? At least since I've been alive, right? Like, we can go back in the 60s. We can talk about that too, all right? But right now, there's no competition.
12 hours after Captain Vidal Max Fortuna was shot and killed while putting out a fire.
Today is a good representation of the type of person that Max was. Max was a firefighter who showed up every day and never complained about being on the job.
Fortuna, a 21-year veteran of the Stockton Fire Department, is also mourned at the Big Valley Grace Community Church in Modesto. He played bass guitar at the ministry, known for his love for worship music and his unwavering dedication to firefighting.
Being a firefighter You're a firefighter and a brother for life.
Retired firefighter Robert McDonald stopped by the firehouse to pay his respects. As Stockton firefighters mourn, outside agencies are stepping in to ensure Fortuna's and the department's duties were not left unfilled.
It means everything to our community, and they just came. They came when needed, they came when called.
Firefighters from Modesto, Lodi, Tracy, Lathrop, Hayward, Elk Grove, and Sacramento are answering calls of service in Stockton as their firefighters mourn the tragic loss. Fortuna leaving behind a wife and 2 adult children.
Wow, man. This ain't it, B. This ain't it. And I mean, this should be a national story. So many of these stories fall on deaf ears. YouTube doesn't even want me to get these stories out. They partially monetize all my videos. But this needs to be talked about. Whether it be me or anybody else. But I feel for this guy. I feel for his family. Because he wasn't aware that when he was responding to this dumpster fire, he was going to arrive and be met by a super gremlin on demon time.
It's heartbreaking. I've never seen anything like this happen. I just wonder what's going on in the world anymore.
It's not the world. It's just the community. And the scariest part about it is that we've got super gremlins in the community as young as 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we've also got senior citizen super gremlins. Super duper senior citizen super gremlins. Say that 5 times fast.
How can people be like this?
And public memorial events for Captain Fortuna are still in the planning stages. We'll update you as soon as those dates are set.
New tonight, a fundraiser has been set up for fallen Captain Max Fortuna. It was created through the local firefighters union. More than $28,000 has already been raised tonight, and we have a link to the site on abc10.com/link.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.